Hey, the Son of the Road Haunt, and today I'm going to be talking about the things I want Spirit Halloween to do for the 2022 season. Now, obviously, you know, they've probably already made their ideas and, their props, but, it's just what I want to do. Maybe they even listen, at least for 2023. But, whatever, it's just a general video, things I'd want to see, mainly prop wise. But yeah, so the first one is just for their props to use new technology. Now, for example, I think more props that use servos could be good. I mean, hopefully they use them pretty decent, I guess. I don't know. But I also don't quite think they need to for say. It would just be cool. I don't really want a Mr. Dark reskin though, which I've seen some people wanting, but I personally don't think we need one. The next thing in this new technology section is more creative uses of digital eyes, and maybe even the projection technology we've seen for Morse costumes with like Prowling Jack or the you know 8 foot tall towering skeleton. And I don't just mean this by that standard eye gif they use for the digital eyes. I think that's boring. And I mean, in some cases it can look cool, but you know, it's just very whatever. You can get the same effect from normal eyes. I'd personally love it if we had more stuff like Peekaboo Clown that was more unique in the way the digital eyes were used. Something I just thought of recently. Um, After I just thought of the Mark Rober digital duds masks, so that even they might not have to, do these screens for eyes too. Like they could do them for like a brain or a mouth, like he did. Now, obviously, you wouldn't put your phone in animatronics. I mean, maybe that's something they could do, but I don't. I, of course, I don't think they do that. But just using more like their LCD screens a little more interestingly. Plus, with the projection screens, I think there's a lot more potential there because they could maybe cover a wider area. So, I don't know, they could do a Ripping Reaper of Souls type thing. I don't know, maybe it's just pipe dreams, but it's possible. The next is just a given, more durable props. This is pretty self-explanatory. Made an entire 18-minute video talking about this, along with better pricing. The next one is just way, a lot more scary props. Because whether this means they have some props in specific that are a lot more bloody or just scary, or if all of them just kind of take it up a small notch, I think either one would be good. Personally, what I'd like to see, so I'm pretty sure this is how it was back then. Like, if you look at any theme from 2014 to 15, in the front theme, it's always the talking, more family friendly animatronics, and the back theme are the more bloody, like scary zombies, murderers, stuff like that. And, there are barely any talking animatronics in the back themes there. That's kind of dissipated, and I think they should start doing it again, so that way we can get, more scary props, and that, if you don't want to see them, then just don't go to the back of the store. I think it's that simple. I just think they should kind of bring this back, and it just would make a lot of sense as opposed to just putting the themes on the wall. But even if they did, I just think it would be better. The next is more original prop concepts. I mean, this one's self explanatory. Even if this both means characters, such as, possibly vampires or anything, um, stuff like that. It'll just be cool. Maybe aliens, or even if they had some unique concepts for what the props are, like Rotten Harvester or something. I think that would be pretty good. The next one, some people disagree with me, I know, because Lowe's is doing one. Everyone hates that. But because Seasonal Visions works for Spirit, maybe some Spirit exclusive 12 foot tall animatronics. Again, It's just my opinion. They wouldn't even have to set them up, maybe, but like for taller stores, they could. It's just my opinion, you know. If you disagree, that's perfectly okay. Um, but you know, that's that's just one of the things I think, because you know it's also like I'm pretty sure it could happen, since some people are saying they make Grimm for the same reason, like because the Home Depot lineup was succeeding. But you know, I think it would be kind of cool to see it, although I probably wouldn't buy any, so whatever. The next one is creative fog usage. I'm mainly just thinking of this because of the Exterminator that Party City did, and because Spirit pretty much ripped off the Lonely Laura animatronic with Angeline. Maybe we could see a Spirit Exterminator ripoff, which I'd honestly be pretty down with. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe calling it a ripoff is too, you know. But I mean, if you compare those two, they're very similar. But whatever, just more creative fog usage. Like, instead of some stuff just fogging from the mouth. Which, by the way, we haven't seen a lot of recently. So just, yeah, fog usage. That's just a thing they should do. Next one is just a store thing. I think they should carry the Morris costumes and animatronics again. Um, and that's just because I don't have a lot of places where I could get them. There's online, but with their, you know, there's shipping and stuff. Very few in-person stores carry them anymore. No, Halloween Express does and stuff. But like back in 2020 when they had the Morris costumes and animatronics in store, they sold pretty well. So, you know, I think it could only be a good idea for them. And in terms of returning props, I'm not even gonna touch on this because A, I have a video on it I've made, and B, we all know who everyone wants to return, so I'm not even gonna say them. In terms of themes, again, I've done videos on this. I'd just be happy to see what they've done or what they'll do. I I really hope it's not what we've seen in the leaks of the Spirit Halloween movie, just because A, it looks kind of dead and boring, but B, you know, I hope we didn't get the themes leaked that early, which would also suck quite a lot in my opinion. Um, but you know, whatever. And in terms of licensed props, again, I have two videos on this, but I personally, I'd like to see a Harry Warden from My Bloody Valentine, which I've been over before, but I just think he's really cool slasher. B, something from Terrifier. I mean, Art the Clown related, of course. Even from All Hallows Eve, possibly, that could also be decent. I mean, with Terrifier 2 coming up, and it does have its own, like, cult audience. Like, if they could make a Trick or Treat prop, they definitely could do a Terrifier one. And I know some people in the Haunter community love it. I personally think it's pretty creepy and good. Art the Clown is, of course, you know, we now hopefully if they would, they'd make him a little more on the bloody side than the clean. But you know, whatever, they're both pretty decent. And yeah, I'm also kind of bringing this up because the Roblox ideas, which I'll make an entire video rating all of them on, like, I think it was April 22nd, which is when their store will release. Not gonna download Roblox to get it, but just gonna react to their videos and stuff. But yeah, and the next license I could see would be the some Universal monsters. Now, if they were to do this, they'd probably do Frankenstein or Dracula. But I mean, Frankenstein was good in my opinion, but Dracula just was not my cup of tea. I thought as a movie it was very like eh. I mean, maybe if like I don't know. But my personal favorite Universal monsters would A, be the Wolfman, and B, the Invisible Man, which I think was like pretty. It was actually like, well, I think my favorite out of all the Universal Monsters films. Pretty entertaining in my opinion. But you know, that's just my opinion. I think also some other like Killer Clowns from Outer Space would be cool for licenses. Maybe like Jumbo or Slim. Just cause, you know, it's a cool series. well, not series, because just they're good props. I actually have evidence for them maybe making a slim one, but again, this evidence is slim. Okay, I'll just get myself out. Okay, for who I think they should make. But yeah, that's just a general video on things I'd like to see for Spirit Halloween 2022. Say your just general ideas in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.